Hi, everyone. As we begin our course together, I want to take time to talk to you about exegesis. And believe it or not, I want to do some exegesis for you. Only it's not a text from the Greek New Testament that I want to exegete with you right now. It's a text from the Fuller Course Catalog in the syllabus. It's the seminar course description. And in more ways than one, as I exegete that for you in this video, I hope that you'll be learning from me what I believe exegesis is all about. How's that going to happen? Well, here's one way. This text, the seminar description, it wasn't written by me. I didn't write it, but like you, I've read it. And what I'm going to do with you in this video is to interpret it in terms of its meaning and its significance for me and for us as I teach you and as we spend time together in this course. That's what happens when we exegete a New Testament text, too. We didn't write the text. No, we read it and interpret it and exegete it. So as I interpret the course description for you now, you will see and hear me doing exegesis. And when I'm done, I hope you'll have a better understanding of what exegesis is, how it works, and how it can open up new insights for us. Insights that can form us and transform us, and through us and our ministries, others too, and become part of the Missio Dei, the mission of God, which is announcing God's kingdom, which is transforming our world. So let's get to it. The text for my exegesis with you begins with the first sentence of the course description. Think about it like the first verse of a text in the New Testament, for often a verse in the New Testament is made up of a single sentence. Let me read for you the first verse of our text from the course description. It says, "This online class introduces or reintroduces students to the basic elements of the Greek language, including the alphabet, morphology, grammar, and syntax, and to the art and science involved in exegesis." Now, I know it sounds a little bit scholarly, a little bit strange. It uses some words you may not know, and you certainly don't use in conversation. And when you finish reading that first sentence in this course description, you kind of feel like you haven't really understood it. You might feel like you need to read it again. That's a good feeling because it's the start of exegesis, which is about reading and rereading. But now let's go a step further. Let me do some exegesis on that sentence with you. Take it apart and see if I can bring it alive for you, make it meaningful for you, so you understand more of what it's trying to say. Let me see if I can help you discover some things about exegesis you don't know and inspire you to want to engage in it and experience its potential to transform your mind, your heart, and your ministry. Let's start with the word itself, exegesis. It's actually a word that connects Greek and English together. It's created by bringing two Greek words together. The first Greek word is a Greek preposition, ek, which means out of. It denotes a movement out of one place and into another. The second word that gets put together with ek is a Greek verb, ago. And ago is a Greek verb that often means to lead or bring. So when you combine the meaning of both Greek words together, change a few letters so it sounds better in English, you get the word exegesis. It means to lead or bring meaning and significance out of a text like the Greek New Testament, or out of the text that we're exegeting right now, the course description. And as we lead the meaning out of a text, here's something we need to acknowledge. When we exegete a text, two kinds of meaning are going to emerge and commingle in our exegesis. What the text meant and what it means. What it meant refers to original meaning, the message the author of the text intended to convey and place within the text when she or he was inspired to compose the text. You can call it, as I often do, intended meaning. But the message I understand the text to convey to me may be the same or different, or in the same vein, or along different lines, or less or more than what the author intended. The text may signify any of those things to me. It may have significance to me as I read it or listen to it in ways that go beyond the original intention of the author, or in line with the original intention of the author. You can call that, as I often do, the significance of a text. Now, there are huge debates that go on about what I've just said, and they go on in hermeneutics. But that's a subject for another time and another course that maybe you'll take. In our course, though, I will sometimes distinguish between meaning and significance, between what a text meant to its author, its original intended meaning, and what a text means to me, its significance. Sometimes, though, you'll hear me use the terms interchangeably, and many scholars use them interchangeably that way all the time. Now, the point is this: exegesis involves both meaning and significance, because it's out of both that the message of the text enters into us, informs us, and forms us, and then enters into our ministries so that it can move through us into the lives of those to whom we minister and impact our world. We exegete a text so that can happen, so God can be at work in us and through us as we exegete the words of Scripture and play our part in God's mission, using our life and ministry in missional ways to proclaim and live out the great good news that God's kingdom has come and that it's transforming us and the world around us. When you read the transcript of this video, if you do, by the way, I hope you'll notice, I haven't included any breathing marks or accents when I write Greek words. So let me just say now that I won't be requiring you to use them either as you write Greek in any way during our course. Accents and breathing marks are almost exclusively useful only when someone is reading Greek out loud or pronouncing it out loud. When you do that, accents denote stress, and one of the true breathing marks, the rough breathing mark, tells you to add an H sound before a vowel when you say it. But since we won't be reading Greek out loud to each other in our course, there's no need to include accents or breathing marks in what we write to each other, and when you read the transcript of this video, you'll see that I haven't done that. If you go on to other courses in your DMin that use Greek, other profs may want you to include accents or breathing marks. If they do, all you need to do is include them just as they are in the Greek New Testament. But again, there's no need to include them when you write to me or to each other in our course, and I won't use them when I write to you. That's all for this first video. I'll be coming back to you in a second video soon. Thanks for watching.